Howdy folks, back here again. So, new, old, new, old. Yeah, big difference that made. And I'm a big fan. So, anyways, got those guys mounted. Didn't necessarily want to go with an MT. We'd rather have done like a hybrid or an all-terrain, but they don't make this size in either of such tires. So here I am with an MT, but I've got these guys on the white Ford in there, and they've lasted and worn pretty darn well on that pickup, considering the type of driving it's done. So hopefully I can get some decent mileage out of these tires. You know, as long as I'm not spinning them too much, they should, I'm hoping, hold up pretty well. So yeah, anyways, there's that and that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rears put on. I might have to roll the pickup forward, or I guess I'll just jack up one side at a time from, I don't know, in front of the axle or something. But get the rears put on, and then tomorrow morning go get this thing aligned and be down the road. So got the hubcaps painted over here. So, and I will do a more detailed tire type review, or not necessarily a review, but an explanation of why I went with the tires I did. There's the hubcaps. They're kind of in a satin black. So those will go on those wheels. So they're like a bronze, I don't know, like a chocolate brown, bronze-ish powder coat. So yeah, I think they're freaking sexy. But yeah, anyway, so like I said, I'll do an actual more discussion on the actual tires themselves, but just wanted to give you a peek of the new wheel tire setup on this thing, and go from there. So yeah, these are the factory Ford wheels. So those wheels are actually these exact same ones that are just powder coated. So I've got another set, and just went for the powder coat. I didn't want to go anything wider. I didn't want to go up to a 17-inch wheel for various reasons, but you know, I'm not a low profile type tire guy. I like the rubber, and you know, I'm just, you know, aftermarket wheels, unless you want to spend a ton of money, they don't necessarily have the load ratings, or all have different offsets and stick out a little ways. Like, as you can see, I mean, these sit right where they should from the factory, even with a taller tire. So yeah, super happy with how this looks on here. I only have about a half-inch of clearance there between the mud flap, at least on the other side. I haven't checked this side, so hopefully they're exactly the same, but only have about a half-inch of clearance when I'm at turn to that mud flap. So might end up having to trim this corner off this inside. If I do, that's not a big deal. And yeah, so there's that. But I'll clip back. I'll give you another clip, I suppose, here in a minute once I get the rears mounted, and show you what she looks like with all of them on. Catch up with you in a minute. All right, folks, back in here with everything mounted up, and yeah, she looks good. So I've got, you know, still got it in the air from putting the rears on, but I think that's right about where it's going to sit for ride height once I get the addle leaf in the back and adjust the blocks. So it's a little higher than I think I'd want it to be, but I'd have to triple check my measurements again, and who knows how much, you know, it'll sag down once the tire's there, but I think that's pretty close to where it shall be. And that's about the same factory rake, which is really what I was going for. So yeah, it's kind of hard to see the rake in it, but you know, I think it's a good look. These fill out the wheel wells nice, I think. And yeah, so it was really time. So these are the old guys, right? These old Michelins. And I'd have to triple check mileage, but I want to say these have been on the pickup. Well, they're around, I think they're 2014 when I put them on, and I believe they've got about 80,000 miles on the set. And they are definitely toast. I mean, and this is from the bad ball joints in the front, right? So the insides are all worn a little bit more than the outside. But overall, I mean, very, very even tread wear across that kind of mileage, considering probably the last 10,000 miles at least I had bad ball joints in the front. Rotation pattern wise, I was typically doing around, I would say 6,000 miles, so about every other oil change I would rotate them, depending on what kind of driving I was doing, if it was all towing, what have you. But these definitely have at least 20 to 25,000 miles of towing with the gooseneck on. So that to me is impressive. If Michelin would get in the freaking game and make this tire in this size that I have on here, or they used to make this even in a 285, what is it, 285, 75, 16. My buddy had some on his Ram, but anyways, they don't make that size anymore in these. They only make these 265s, and I wasn't wanting to go, what is it, a 235? But my God, if they made these in this size, they'd be the only company that'd be making a tire like that. But I'd probably buy 3 sets of them and just keep them nice and stored and just run through them, because they're freaking amazing tires. I love these. But like I said, they weren't the size I wanted, and they're not quite as aggressive as I kind of was wanting to go. So I wish Michelin once again would get in the game, start making something a little bit more aggressive like a hybrid tire, and even something a little more all-terrain like than these AT2s. But either way, those AT2s are fantastic, especially in the snow. So yeah, where's this other one? So this was on the rear. This one's probably got the most, actually that other one's probably got the most tread out of all of them. This one's got definitely some cup from that upper ball joint, and then this one came off the front. And this one was probably in the best tread shape out of all of them, and you can see there is virtually nothing left. I mean, they are flat as can be. So they had a good run. A couple of them have some plugs and a patch in them, but nothing crazy. I mean, these have been awesome tires. So with that said, yeah, I will do kind of a more detailed discussion why I went with this tire size later, and go into some more thoughts on that whole bit, and also why I don't know why people run a 285 on these, because you're technically not allowed to. So yeah, with that, I guess I will let you guys go, and hopefully next video will be on, I don't know, it's gonna be probably a while before I post anything else up on this. I've got a bunch of goodies for this thing that are here and in the bed, and yeah, so I don't know, happy holidays coming up, folks, and we'll catch up with you later. Talk to you soon.